Hello everyone, this is Flatline, and today we're going to be doing a replay analysis over the Dreamhack Bucharest replay pack that they sent out. I didn't really get to catch up on Dreamhack, I didn't really get to watch it, just been out of town during that weekend, so them releasing this was really helpful for me. So we're going to go ahead and check out a couple of replays throughout this so I can actually get some content on my YouTube channel. I've been kind of bad on that part. We're gonna go for a PvT. PvT's actually been pretty difficult for me, so we'll go with MC and TY. TY from the KT Rollstar, really strong Terran player. I would say he's probably the best in Pro League. I think he has the best win record. And we'll go with Merry-Go-Round. It's probably the longest one I see right here. Okay, so PvT's been pretty difficult for me. Widowmines, that buff makes him really strong. It makes it really difficult for Protoss to actually go for that Templar opening or the Templar transition with a lot of charge lots. It can be really hard to pull off if, when those Widowmines actually come into play, especially when they get Drilling Claws. It's really hard to actually get out of that. The other part that makes it really difficult for me would be the medevac drops. The drops are starting to become a little bit stronger in the sense that the Terran players are being a little bit more decisive with their boost. They're not carelessly boosting in, because if they actually boost in, then they don't have a way to get out for a while. So sometimes they might boost in, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll just drop normally and then pick up and then boost out. There's different ways, you know, there's different scenarios where you'll take one over the other. So, you know, the Terran players actually learning that it's actually quite it makes the game a little bit harder for the Protoss player in PvT. So we'll see what Mincho wants to do, or MC. We have TY over here on the top right, MC on the top left. Yes, it's a 3-player map. There we go around. So not gonna really scout him. The chances of you scouting him first is about 50-50. And TY looks like he's going for a gas first, and I kind of like this coming out from TY. It's really common for also, because it's a 3-player map, a lot of Protoss players will try to proxy here, like proxy Stargate over here, just because you're not really gonna scout there. So gas first coming out from TY. It looks like he wants to go for very fast drops, about 6 minutes, and he's probably gonna do some Widowmine drop here. And we do see MC going out with a lot of gas early game, and looks like he's gonna open up with Stargate. And Stargate's actually the right call against gas first, even though he didn't really scout him. It was just a lucky guess from MC. So I think MC has a better hand here. And the reason why the Stargate helps, or the Stargate has the advantage, is because look at this. When they go gas first, they're rushing out a pretty quick starport. Or they're rushing out a factory, but as well as a starport. So you getting out your Stargate right here, you're going to be able to make some Phoenix, and you should be able to shut down the drop. Them going gas first, they have to do some kind of damage. That's generally what they want to do. But if they can't pull that off, they're not in the best shape compared to if they went for a Reaper expand, obviously. So MC does have a Stalker here. Looks like he's trying to protect his natural. He does not want his opponent scouting what he's going for. And look at that, yeah, he's going for Phoenix. You want to kind of send the first one straight to the guy's base, because by the time the Phoenix gets to his base, you're going to be able to stop him from boosting with these medevac. Anytime this medevac comes out, generally the Terran player will pick up all their stuff and boost. But if you have a Phoenix there, you're going to be able to do a lot of damage to the medevac, so they're going to have to deploy anything that's inside there. You can see how he's gonna do that. Yeah, see. So if you're able to deny this boost and force him to drop everything, this timing becomes a little bit later than usual. Senesi's doing pretty good here. He stopped making pros. This is pretty much what I do as well. Get 2 stalkers on the ramp, put them on hold position, just chrono boost out a lot of Phoenix. By the time he pushes, you're gonna have enough to deal with whatever he wants to do. So look at this. He has 2 Hellions, and where is that Widow Mine? He does have a Widow Mine, but I'm not sure where it is. Oh, it's back inside his base. He's just playing really safe. I was gonna say, if he brings the Widow Mine, he has 3 Phoenix, and you can see how he could kind of disable those 3 units, the 2 Hellions and the Widow Mine. And all he has to do is worry about the Marines if he wants to. Or he could pick up like one of them at a time with his Phoenix, kill them off pretty quickly here. He's gonna go for the Marines here, which is questionable. I would rather prefer him go for the Hellions, just because of the Hellion splash. It'll be quite annoying. He does have that 4th Phoenix joining in. This base is not even gonna die, so this is definitely a lead for MC. He's got his Nexus finishing up halfway. They're both at the same time. The difference is TY's keeping it back inside his main, and MC is actually doing it at his natural. Ooh, excuse me. And yes, it's kind of thundering outside. So sorry if you actually hear that in the background. Probably gonna cut off my internet or electricity in our house. Common thing. So he's gonna have to put some Widow Mines around everywhere. You know, the worker line, the command center, and he's gonna have to put one near his production here. He's still making more Phoenix now, so it looks like he's gonna be going for the Phoenix Colossus style that the Chinese players, especially Gem, has made quite popular back in the very beginning of Haas. It's kind of died down a little bit here, but he's bringing that back. This map is pretty strong for drops. You can see there's so much air space right here that you can kind of drop. His 3rd is probably going to be right here, so what TY might do is try to position his army like around here. So he has the threat of dropping inside the main. He can just pick up and go right here pretty quickly, or he could attack the 3rd. So we'll see what he wants to do. You just know that MC's intention is like, you know what, I have so many Phoenix, I don't think you're going to be able. He's trying to discourage him from dropping. And like I said, drop has become really strong, or a lot stronger, because the Terrans got a lot better with the medevacs. So maybe MC has struggled with it, and he's like, you know what, I don't want to be facing your drops, so let me go Phoenix Colossus. Because anytime you face Phoenix Colossus, the Terrans are generally not going to go ahead and try to do some drops. Instead, they're going to try to go for some kind of late game situation, go for the, you know, SCV pull if they want to with a lot of Vikings, and try to deal, you know, try to kill off the Colossus as soon as possible, and then, you know, kill the ground army. Because the Phoenix, their only purpose in a fight is to try to kill off the Vikings before all its Colossus die. So we'll just have to see what goes on in that situation. As he's pretty much playing standard with his 3 rags. He's got his factory and his starport as well. The fact that he's making Widow Mines this early is because TY does not want to get a 3rd command center anytime soon. He's probably gonna have to push out in about 2 minutes from here, and then probably gonna expand. Oops. And MC, on the other hand, getting up his gateways. Is up. He only has 1 gateway, and he's playing pretty greedy. And the reason why this is safe, and I like this from him, is that he has Phoenix. You know, the fact that TY has to play defensive because of this. Ooh, nice observer. Picks up a really nice Widow Mine. You can see how long this takes for TY to actually go across the map. Ooh, nice pick off by him. Takes him quite a bit of time to actually go across the map, which is why this is pretty safe for MC to play super greedy, staying on 1 gate, getting a robo, then his 2nd and 3rd gate. He's adding on a lot of gateways, so it looks like he's gonna go for a 2 base all-in. He's not making any probes right now. We'll see how this actually factors, or how this goes. Still pushing. Yeah, see, there's about that 12 to 13 minute marker. This Terran's gonna have to do some damage. His stem is finishing up, and behind this, I mean, he could try to expand, or he's gonna stay on 2 base for quite a bit. Looks like he's gonna load up and unload inside the main of MC. This map, I mean, there's a lot of space, a lot of dead space inside the main, so you're gonna have to put a lot of. Oh, those 2 Widow Mines connecting. Nice. He's going to be able to lower the count on the Phoenix, which is going to help, you know, TY if he wants to in a later game to drop. You do see extra barracks being thrown down here. So we're going to see what the TY actually see. He doesn't see Yeah, I'm guessing he sees the upgrades from MC. Generally, you know, MC should try to get up to, you know, he should have about maybe +1 armor, maybe +1 attack on the way. You can see some nice drops coming up from TY, killing off a lot of these pros here, and he still has a Widowmite inside the natural of MC. So looks like MC wants to do some damage. He's already across the map. He's got a couple of stalkers inside the main trying to deal with that drop here. But, you know, TY playing really annoying right now. Here we go, it's going to go up inside the main, or the natural here. Got some pretty nice force fields. It's going to be blocking off most of these units as the Colossus deal the ultimate damage here. Not that many Vikings left though. It's only 2 Vikings. And I don't think, yeah, he doesn't have that much damage dealers anymore. The repair is just going to be too strong at this point. And we're going to look at the worker tab. 37 probes to 39 SCVs. So the favor goes out to TY. TY is definitely ahead. In PvT, you don't want to be even on workers. You actually want to be ahead in workers. 3 to 4 workers per base is generally the number that you want to go for. So if you're on 2 base, you want to be about 8 workers ahead. You know, 6 to 8 workers ahead. This Widowmine, 7 kills so far. He does not have an observer. He's probably going to have to chrono boost one out. It looks like he is not doing that. He's got blink on the way. No forge on site though, so it's just going to get harder and harder for him as 1-1 has finished up for TY. And I think he's going to get his armory just placed now, so his upgrades are a little bit later than usual. Just going to hurt him just a little bit. And double forge coming out from MC. MC acknowledging the fact that he's behind an upgrade, so the way you want to catch back up, go double forge. It's definitely going to cut into his production, but he does want to try to catch up in upgrades because the later the game goes, the better you want to have the better upgrades, or if not the better upgrades, then equal amount of upgrades for both players. 116 to 106 right now, and TY is doing a fantastic job with these little marines everywhere on the map. He's trying to spot everything as much as possible. You see 3 Widowmines coming over here from TY. And a little push out from TY as well. This army is a little bit too small in my opinion. He should not be able to do any kind of damage whatsoever. We'll see. We do have the 3rd finally placed down over here for TY. 3rd is not going to be going down for MC anytime soon. I think he's going to wait until he gets blink, and then he should be able to get a 3rd base if he wants to. But I think he's going to have to spot the 3rd before he does anything yet. So he's going to spot it with the Zealot. This should signal him to either go for an all-in again, or he's going to have to go for a 3rd base. I think he's going to go for the 3rd base just because he's getting 1-1. You know, it's really hard. It's really late already. It's going to be about 18 minutes in a game if he tries to go for a 1-1 timing. That's really, really late in the game. Generally around 18 minutes, you should have 2-2 by now, if anything. TY sees no 3rd. He's just gonna back up. No reason for him to kind of pressure MC. MC has to do damage. He doesn't have to do damage. You do see a little drop here. 4 Widowmines. No detection over here for MC. He does have an observer right outside his natural though, so MC has a lot of stalkers. That is 12 stalkers for him. And TY just, you know, farming up, getting a lot of money, and now he's throwing down more production, going up to 7 racks. +2 attack, finishing up. He only has 1 eBay engineering bay, which is questionable for me. The fact that he has only 1 eBay, this is actually going to be helpful for MC because he's going to be behind in upgrades at 2-1 compared to his 1-1 for a small bit. But once he has, when both players have 2-2, or whenever TY has 2-2, if MC is on top of his upgrades, he will be 2-2 as well. So he's going to catch up in upgrades if he's able to pull that off. So he's going to get this 3rd base, which is, in my opinion, questionable. I don't really like this 3rd base from MC. I think this one's the better choice. It's a lot more compact. If you don't really want to expand linear when you're facing Terran, because it spreads you out. Look how wide this thing goes. Like, let's say he has an army here, a small army here, and then another one here. It's really spread out, if you have your army here, it's a lot easier for you to kind of defend the natural and defend the third compared to this one that's far reached out, in my opinion. And the main, like they're all in a triangle situation, which makes it a lot easier for you to blink from one base to the other. It's a lot harder for you to have units over here inside the main and blink all the way towards the third base if you need to. And 2 wood mines here, 2 wood mines here. This is getting quite annoying for MC. He doesn't really have anything back over here. Definitely should have been adding on cannons. The fact that he knows that this guy has wood mines. You want to have cannons inside your natural, in your bases, so your mineral line, because you know he's gonna drop them eventually. Oh my god! I would just blink. This is gonna take too long. I would have just blinked on top. There you go. Killed it already. Lost so much mining time from that, and lost a lot of probes. 43 probes to 60, so that's unfortunate for him. But if you look at it, army supply wise, he's ahead, 130 to 125. So the less worker he has, the more army he has. But the downside to that is his economy is not the best. So he's kind of he pretty much has like 1.5 push maybe ish left into him, and then after that he's pretty much gonna die if he doesn't kill him. TY getting his 4th base. He's probably gonna become a planetary. Like this sensor tower here definitely spots anything coming within range of his 3rd base, or his 3 bases here. He's probably gonna keep his army towards the 4th base because he's gonna keep it like right here. Gives him enough time to actually deal with anything at the 4th base. At the same time, it's gonna give him enough time to respond to anything that's within the sensor tower. More drops here. MC dealing with it though really nicely. It's gonna be able to clean it up. You see 2-2 finish going halfway done, but we do have that +2 armor finishing up. So TY is going to start 3-3 anytime soon here. And MC, I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up. I think, you know what, he can get 3-3, and even with the chrono boost, he's still going to be behind. Like TY 3-3 should finish up before his 3-3, but it's only going to be a small amount of time. So, damn thunder and lightning. Probably gonna mess up my VOD. Sorry people, if it does become annoying. There's a pretty big army of TY here going around here. Another sensor tower. Look at this. TY playing very nicely. He should add on some missile turrets here. Because DTs should be quite common around this time. Yeah, he's gonna be able to deal with it. He's got 1 ghost here. That's pretty fancy, in fact. I don't know if that's on purpose or that's by accident, but we'll see. I mean, he might use it for like temporary detection. I mean, he does have scan. I don't know. So both players pretty much maxed. But we have a bigger army for MC, so we'll see how this actually goes through. He's actually been one of those Protoss players that doesn't really like to go for those 67 probes. He actually likes staying pretty low on the probe count. Instead, he favors a bigger army, which means that in the big major battle, he should have the advantage. So you see, you're gonna see MC win quite a bit on the big battle engagements. And if he doesn't, it just goes downhill from there. Like, it's a huge downfall for him because, like I said, his economy is not the best. You can see the bank between both players is a huge bank, a bigger bank for TY here. He's got 2 planetaries being built. This is like ultimate defense right here. I don't know how MC is gonna actually engage into that situation. He's probably better not to. He's probably gonna have to come up here and try to engage there. Or something. We do have another planetary being built from TY here as MC is getting his 4th base right now. Some SCVs being sacrificed. Nice call from TY. He probably saw the big armies, like, you know what, that's a huge ass army. I definitely need to sacrifice some of my SCVs. I already have a pretty nice bank. The only thing I need is gas right now, if anything. So definitely should be getting his gas over here at the 4th base. You can see it's pretty low on that regard. And you see a little try to run by over here for TY, but MC definitely prepared with storms. And 3-3 finished up halfway for MC. Is he on top of his corner boost? Nope. Yeah, definitely should have more. We have more units over here. Look at this. He's just well prepared for drops. But the thing about this that I don't like is that, look, what happens if TY just engages his entire army here? Then what happens? This happens. Like, oh my gosh. Oh. Huge, beautiful flank coming out from TY. Army got caught out of positions. The Stalkers were in a weird position. The Colossus were in a weird position. The fact that he doesn't have his entire army. Look at all of these High Templars that he had. Not with his army. He is going to be able to withstand this if he's going to land some beautiful storms here. It's going to come down to a storm. Not that big of an army to complement the Ghost here, but nice EMPs going down to be able to negate 2 of those High Templars here. More storms going down. Oh my god, the storms. The storms are real. The storms are real. And now he's going to be making more Archons, and now he's going to go for the counterattack. How many High Templars does he have? He has 6 High Templars. He's morphing in more by every minute here. But he's pretty much low on gas. It's all his gas now. Doesn't have that much minerals banked up compared to TY here. Nice EMPs. Once again, sniping off a couple of those High Templars. And I don't think MC wins this. I don't see him winning this. It's 125 to 177. This is what I was talking about. His economy wasn't best. He doesn't have that many probes. And now he's trying to build up his probe count. And this is where it gets a little bit too late. He should have had 66 probes by now. Now he's realizing, you know, I don't have that many probes. I can't really reinforce back into my army. And pretty much put everything into that army. He just killed it. He just pulled me out of position. I had too many units inside my main. I had so many High Templars over here. And because he had all those units over there, that's less supply that's actually dedicated to the entire army. And the TY just decides to push with everything he had towards the main army of MC. MC is going to be in trouble, and we just saw what happened prior to that, his little storm frenzy there. If you see one Archon over here inside the main, going to be trying to deal with this drop. And no money coming out from MC. It's just dirt cheap right now. This Colossus, lucky for him, it actually pops out on time. Alright, so, but MC is 3-3, so now there's no upgrade lead for neither players. This small army is definitely going to be able to deal with any kind of drop. One Colossus should be able to deal with that drop. So now, look at this. So I'll talk about TY is going to position over here towards this top side. And this is where it becomes really, really scary for Protoss. He doesn't have enough for recall, so if he does see this entire army like this, TY can just kind of just pick up and drop inside the main if he wants to. But I guess he saw no observer wards, so he's cloaking up his ghosts and be able to play pretty aggressive with them. But nice storms coming out from MC, trying to zone out TY here. TY, he's not checking his army. He's not checking his army. He's over here dealing with this drop over here, trying to do some damage, some harassment. And MC's not having that. He's just going to go across the map. He's going to try to do as much damage as possible. Once again, the Colossus are out of position. We do have a Warp Prism as well. Kind of do this trick where you can have the Warp Prism pick up all the High Templars so that way they can't get EMP'd. But at the same time, that means it could get sniped from the Vikings. You don't really want that to happen. You see more drops coming over here. It's going to try to spread out MC here. MC doesn't really have a big of a bang. He's got some more High Templars over here. He'll be able to... Oh my god, is MC going to win this? This is a sick comeback. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like he is. Okay, he's gonna have to drop some mules, man. He needs to buy time. He needs to buy time. Army supply wise, I mean, he is ahead by 20 supply, but how many is actually with his army? We do see more coming over here, trying to catch up with his army. This is where he's pretty much selecting his entire army to bring it over here because there's no way he has everything hotkeyed. Alright, so he's trying to gather up a little bit more Vikings. I think when he goes up to like 10, oh, he's gonna have more than 10. He needs more than 10. He needs about 16 right now. That's 4 Colossus here. Planetary Fortress trying to take most of it. Doesn't have anything to deal with the mass amount of Zealots. The Zealots are gonna come over here and do a lot of damage. The Colossus aren't really connecting with the army though. He does have one storm with this High Templar. And it should land a pretty nice storm here. Nope, it did not, but, oh well, it's 88 to 127. Wow, what a sick comeback from MC. Oh my god. Okay, so, I mean, I might try this style out. The low econ, heavy army supply, and I'll kind of go a little bit more into that where, like, you can kind of dictate the pros and cons of that. once this game is over, but I'm starting to see how that kind of works out. It's a little bit scary for me just because it's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but the fact that he dealt with the drops pretty damn well, I would say. There were a slight hiccup here and there, definitely against the Widow Mines, but besides that, he's been doing pretty nice. You know what, that's one thing that TY's been actually bad about. He stopped making Widow Mines. Widow Mines are still strong. With Drilling Claws, it's really hard for Protoss to actually charge him with those amount of charge locks. Like, if he had those Widow Mines, like if he had 10 Widow Mines, he definitely would have held. So that's another questionable thing coming out from TY, you know, picking up, switching off the reactor off the factory and just floating the factory around. I wonder if it would have been better if he just swapped, put a tech lab on it, get Drilling Claws, and then go from there, but there's a GG coming out from TY. So really nice play from MC, very interesting style as well. I kind of like, the reason why I was talking about the low econ style, the low amount of probes, is because what that does is that it allows you to have an even amount of supply when it comes to army versus army. Because you should be behind, you know, like he was usually behind like 20 workers, you know, or 10 or 15 workers behind the Terran player. If he's behind 10 workers, that's 15 supply that he could put into defending drops, where his main army is even with his other main army. You know what I mean? Like if both players are maxed and one player has 15 more workers, that means there's 15 more supply for the other player dedicated to army supply, and that 15 supply can be used to deal with drops and just have an even supply army versus their army. So that's where it gets really nice and really interesting. But I'm gonna cut this VOD pretty shortly here because it's storming and I'm pretty sure it's gonna cut off our electricity. But thanks for watching. I know I've been kind of slacking on the content there, and I'm sorry as you're probably getting annoyed of me saying that constantly over and over again. But anyways, thanks for watching. Thank you for supporting. If you haven't already, please follow me on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube as well if you like what you see. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and gals, and I'll see you later.